everyone. Welcome back. We are going to talk about Star Wars Outlaws today. So I'm only about 3 hours in, and I need a little bit more time with this game before I make a full review. So I'm just going to touch on a little bit of it today, and there's no spoilers. As spoiler free as possible. If anyone notices any spoilers in here, I'm sorry. I tried to keep it as spoiler free as possible. One of my favorite things about the game is Nyx. I absolutely love Nyx, and I use Nyx a lot for pickpocketing and for distractions, which I know that's why he's there, but I just love him. He's adorable.
Nice lift, Nix. Okay, let's go see Preben.
Now comes the lockpick mechanic. I couldn't hear the sound very well. I have a hard time hearing rhythmic sounds like this in video games, so I had to turn on the visual aid to be able to do it. Which, whether you can hear it or not, I still recommend setting the visual aid. It just makes it a lot easier because some of the rhythms to pick locks is very frustrating. So just do yourself a favor, make it easier, turn on that lock picking rhythm challenge helper with the visual cues, and it just gets done so much easier and so much faster. Now here's another example of how helpful Nyx is. You can have Nyx distract enemies that are coming towards you. That way they'll turn around and you can knock them out, which
Time to
makes
distract
things a
the
lot
enemies.
easier trying to get through certain doors and certain corridors. Just like most Ubisoft games, the visuals and graphics are beautiful. The landscapes are beautiful. So I am just impressed with the visuals here as I
Your
am
Oracle.
with any other Ubisoft game. And I am
Yeah,
playing on an
I never got
Xbox
to see it
Series
like
X,
this.
if anyone's wondering.
Hope Bram's okay.
Star
Helped me
Wars
so much.
Outlaws does have a photo
Look,
mode. It's your pretty
I paid him
basic
back.
photo mode, just like any other game that has a photo mode. You access it from the menu. You have different options and settings and stuff like that. It's nothing impressive. It's just like any other photo mode in any other game. Once you start progressing through the story and the side missions, you'll unlock abilities for combat, for her health, for sneaking, for her talking her way out of getting caught, all kinds of different things. It's basically a skill tree, just not like in depth like we're normally seeing Ubisoft do. But I kind of like the skill tree. It doesn't have to be massive to be good. It's a pretty simple inventory screen. You can see your tools, you can see your blaster upgrades, you can see your full inventory, your quest items, your valuables. So it's a pretty simple laid out inventory system, and I like it. But of course, it wouldn't be an Ubisoft game without a season pass or packs that you can buy. Like I've said before, you do you. Traversal has been fun so far. It's kind of like the reboot of Tomb
Hang
Raider
on to me, Nix.
series
We gotta
and
climb.
Assassin's Creed together, which I like both, so I've been having fun with the Traversal. I think it's good.
Denyon, I see a tower up ahead. Could be my way in.
You're the thief. We're in position and waiting.
Also, the amount of checkpoints has seemed to be fair so far. I don't know if that changes later in the game, but so far the autosaves and checkpoints have been
Don't look down,
decent.
Nix. Denyon, I'm looking at the mansion. Exactly how rich is this Slero guy?
He's top 5 Outer Rim for sure. Slero built Zarek Besh from the...
So far, combat has been simple but fun. I don't mind simple combat in a game like this. I don't need everything to be like a Souls-like or a roguelike and really, really hard. Like that, I've heard people complain that the combat is too simple in this game. Sometimes that's okay. I haven't had too many issues with stuttering or glitches or frame rate drops. There a second ago you seen a little bit of stuttering, but that's really all I've encountered
They
since my
won't
3
stop
hours of
coming.
playing is
We
like
need to
that
go.
one moment there. Now when it comes to the ship, like I said, I'm only 3 hours in right now and I have not been able to make it back to my ship yet.
Just like flying a speeder,
But
right, Nix?
eventually, once you get the parts to fix it, you do get access to the ship.
Nope.
So I'm hoping that will be soon and I can get these missions done so I can go back to my ship.
That's not it. Sorry. That's fun.
Now, in the underworld, there are syndicates that you have to worry about. You can either have good reputation with one or bad reputation with one or be neutral. So far, I have good reputation with the Crimson Dawn and poor reputation with Pike, but I don't really like Pike. I'm leaning more towards the Crimson Dawn, mainly because they remind me of like the Dark Brotherhood from Skyrim, and that's totally okay. But that's more where I'm leaning towards. There is a tab where you can learn more about the lore behind each faction, about the characters, if you just want to do some reading and learn more about the universe and its lore. Now, I don't like the map I feel for an Ubisoft game. It's too simplified, unlike the recent Assassin's Creed games where you could see everything. Can't really see a lot in this map, and I really don't like that. You can also eventually upgrade your speeder bike, which I'm trying to work on that now so I can go faster on the map. Now, as we're all aware, this is a primarily stealth game, which I know not a lot of people like. I love it. That's why I love the Assassin's Creed games. I love stealth. I love sneaking. The one thing I don't like, though, about Star Wars Outlaws is that when you get caught in a lot of areas, you get sent back to the beginning, and I wish I could
Someone
just
nearby.
go guns blazing like I do in other Assassin's Creed game or swords blazing when I get caught, but you can't do that here, so it can be frustrating for people going in not knowing it's a stealth game and then getting caught and have to do it all over again. Some of the missions aren't very clear. Some of them, the map, like I said, the map isn't very clear. So you will get caught a lot and it is frustrating, but just hang in there and keep trying. There's already
Hey,
guides out if you
sneak over and
want
get
to
that.
look and just ask for help because I had to ask for help for the first mission because I was so confused. But once I got it figured out and down, it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. The one thing I suggest is using Nyx a lot. Draw enemies in, separate enemies. Once they separate, and then you can corner an enemy and then have Nyx distract them so you can disable them. And it's slow, it's tedious, but that is the easiest way to get through some of these parts.
Next, put on a show.
Watch out! It's right back! Get out of here!
And like I said before, just progressing through missions will help you unlock different abilities that you can add for Kay to use. I did spend a good bit of time just wandering around the map, and I found out that you can pet the animals on the map, and I was so excited. I spent like a good 10, 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes, I don't know, I just got lost. Just going around and seeing how many of the animals that I could pet and love on, and I loved it. Once you start petting on one or two, if you notice, like the rest of them will come towards you and gather around you for pets, and I love this AI, and this needs to be used more in video games. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm only 3 hours in, and I have spent a lot of time just wandering around, so I still got a lot to do. And I still intend on playing more because I am enjoying it a lot. Let me know how you feel about Star Wars Outlaws. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you indifferent? Are you gonna play it even? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching, and y'all have a safe holiday week.